Welcome to the Humble ISD Advanced Learning Podcast, where our goal is to talk about anything and everything related to advanced learning in less time than it takes for you to get from home to school or work. I'm Dr. Tong Udikrit, the Director of Advanced Learning here in Humble ISD. Now today we're continuing our conversation looking at other advanced learning opportunities within the Humble ISD school district. Now up until now, Quest Early College High School has been housed at different locations all around the Humble area. But now this year, they have their own beautiful campus. Now, along with the new location came a new name honoring the legacy of the district's former superintendent, who was a champion for the Early College High School. Now, joining me today to talk about the new Guy M. Sconzo Early College High School is the principal of the school, Miss Nachelle Scott. Welcome, Nachelle, and thanks for coming to talk with me today.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
Okay, so let's talk about Sconzo. I'm gonna kind of refer to Sconzo Early College as Sconzo. So this is one of 6 high schools that we have in our district. But it's not like every other school, right? For one, the enrollment is much lower than some of our other 5 high schools. And for another, students have some pretty unique academic opportunities when they attend Sconzo. These opportunities, I don't think they get at any other campus. So can you talk to us briefly about what makes Sconzo unique and different when you compare it to some of the 5 others?
Well, I think our vision is really what sets us apart. We are the only high school that our goal and our vision is to ensure that every student graduates with either an associate's degree or 48 hours of transferable college credit. So that's the major thing that's really different for our students. Our structure alone is very different. Our students come in their freshman year, and we begin from day one preparing them to obtain that associate's degree. So I think that's probably the biggest difference, is our vision and our goal. We want every student to walk away. Our goal is really an associate's degree, but we know that it's a challenging curriculum, and sometimes our students don't make it to an associate's degree, but they at least have 48 hours of transferable college credit.
Yeah, I mean, and so you think about it, those that have been listening to the podcast, we've talked about some of the opportunities we have with dual credit, with AP. All of these are options to get this college credit, right? So with Sconzo, there's this big focus in that, like you were saying, it's not just, oh, let me get this math credit out of the way, let me get this English, really getting to go towards, I mean, an associate's degree is a big deal.
Right, it is.
Especially as a college, or especially as a high school kid, when you think about, hey, I'm going to be in high school for 4 years anyway. What a great opportunity to also try to knock out this associate's, which normally would have taken 1.5 to 2 years post high school.
Absolutely. We're able to do in 4 years what it traditionally takes a student to do in 6 years. And so I think that is the major difference between Sconzo and any other high school in Humble ISD.
And so, when a student walks across the stage from Sconzo, not only do I get my high school diploma, but ideally our goal is to get them that associate's degree. What do I need to do? Like, how do I get into Sconzo? I mean, we've got 5 other high schools, and that traditional high school setup is you'll go to the high school that you're zoned to, where kind of close to the area where you live. So, I mean, is this the same with Sconzo, where it's like, oh, only a few that I happen to live close to Sconzo's campus, so I get to go? Or how do I get into Sconzo?
Well, the great thing about Sconzo and the great thing about Humble ISD is it's open to every student in the district. And so in the fall of each year, we start our recruitment events. So we come out to every middle school, we talk to our 8th grade students, and we provide them with an opportunity just to find out a little bit more about what we offer at Sconzo. And then every fall semester on a Thursday, usually in the last Thursday in October, we have an open house event for any parent and student that's interested in being a part of our Sconzo family. And so all you have to do is come in, fill out the application. We use a lottery system, and so we randomly select students that will be able to participate in our program. We don't have any input in that decision. What we really do is there's a blueprint that we follow for Texas Education Agency. There are some demographic things that we have to match, and that that happens through a lottery system. So we don't go through and decide, oh, we like this student and we don't want that student. We provide an opportunity to any student in Humble ISD that would like to pursue their associate's degree and their high school diploma at the same time.
Very cool. And so for those that don't know, the new campus for Guy M. Sconzo is actually located close to Will Clayton and Wilson Road area. And so, Ms. Scott, if I'm a student from that, I'd normally be zoned to Kingwood or Kingwood Park. and I say, hey, I really want to be able to go to Sconzo, is transportation provided, or do I need to make plans if I end up going to Sconzo?
So we provide transportation. Our students have to get transportation to their middle school that they were zoned to, and then we provide them from their transportation from their middle school to Sconzo. And then in the afternoons, we provide transportation as well, and they are dropped off at their elementary school. And so we provide transportation for any student that's interested in being a part of our family.
When we look at a Sconzo student, this is a unique opportunity where they're really engaging, like you said, in this dual credit to get an associate's degree at the end of their 4 years. And so with that experience, what does a typical day look like for a Sconzo student? I mean, is it much different than a traditional high school, or are there some unique things about the schedule?
So everything about our schedule and our experience is unique. One of the things we talk about is you come to Sconzo and you experience the difference, and it starts at the very beginning of the day. All of our students have a 45-minute time period each morning called family. And so you are selected for that family randomly your freshman year, and you spend all 4 years with that same facilitator and that same group of students that you came in with. And so that family will have 9th through 12th graders in that family. And so every day it's an opportunity to connect. It's an opportunity to plan for the week, to look at your grades, just to do some team building things, some amazing opportunities for our students. And because we don't offer UIL athletics or performing arts, then we have over 25 clubs and organizations that students can be a part of. And so our freshmen and our sophomore students come in every day. They go to family, and then they transition through their 4 class periods. We're on a block schedule.
Okay.
In the middle of the day, we have something called Flex, and that's a 30-minute period where students get a break. Being in dual credit courses can be rigorous, and so we build in a break and tutoring time in the middle of every day. And so our freshmen and sophomores have that experience Monday through Thursday. Our juniors and seniors don't have that experience on Tuesdays and Thursdays because they go to college courses a little bit earlier. And so they are there Monday and Wednesday for the majority of the day. Some of them have to go to college courses in the afternoon. But in Tuesdays and Thursdays, they don't even come to campus. They go straight to Lone Star College Kingwood. And the most unique thing about Sconzo is our service on Fridays. So our students have the opportunities to go out every Friday morning from 9 until 1 o'clock to one of our service partners, either a middle school, an elementary school, or a local organization, or their 11th and 12th grade year, they're able to go out and find their own internship. So they have that experience every Friday. And so they're able to get about 250 hours of community service as a senior.
That's incredible. And I know, so I've also heard, some of our Sconzo students have had opportunities at places even like Memorial or Herman Northeast.
Absolutely.
So they can get that experience even in a hospital setting, get those community service hours. A lot of the things I think that also helps them be much more attractive when it comes to college applications if those kids seek to go on for like a 4-year university once they're done with us at Sconzo.
Absolutely.
And how cool is that they get family at the morning, right? This intentional time where I love the fact that there's built-in mentorship, right? Like you said, there's 9th through 12th graders together very much intentionally, right? And so these juniors can talk to these sophomores and freshmen and say, hey, this is coming up. Don't forget about this. Hey, yes, I know that sophomore year is tough, but you'll make it through. All these conversations that can happen very intentionally in their smaller family unit to help build that mentorship. And then that flex time. I mean, how much more useful for an early college, for kids who are college bound. I know in speaking with a lot of kids that end up going to college, one of the first things they say is, I didn't realize how much free time I had in college. And sometimes that gets kids in trouble if they don't know how to manage that time. Hey, I should be studying, or, you know what, maybe I need to rest a little bit, because there's value in resting. And so I love how Sconzo's taken this unique, very intentional approach to scheduling, because like you said, when they're doing these dual credit courses, it's a huge, huge mental lift for them.
It is.
And so having this time in the middle of the day is hugely beneficial for them. Now, look, you mentioned college level courses. You talked about them needing to go to Lone Star College Kingwood for some of our juniors and seniors. What about some of the non-academic outlets? I mean, we've talked a lot about that academic heavy lift, taking college classes, doing all these things. But there's no UIL sports at Sconzo. So you've got some clubs, but along with those clubs, can you give us an idea of what some of these clubs are, and then what other opportunities kids have to just, unwind with no UIL sports.
So one of the things that we offer students is the opportunity to develop their own clubs. So we have about 25, but if a student comes in and says, you know what, I want an anime club, you guys don't offer that, then they're able to find a sponsor, one of our facilitators, and then that club begins. And so they have an opportunity to have clubs that are based on things that they're interested in and not necessarily what the adults are interested in. And so we do a club fair every September. It kind of looks a little bit like a rush at a college, and so we have all of our clubs out, and they're able to kind of display what they're about, and they talk to students, and students are able to sign up for those clubs based on their interest. And so if you can imagine anything, we have a gaming club, we also have a theater club, we have a sports club, so it gives students a little bit of the feel of what those organizations would look like at a traditional high school, because they do some of the same activities that they would do there. And so our students just have this unique opportunity to develop their clubs, and it can really truly be based on what students are interested in. And then we also have all 5 of the honor societies, so students still get that same kind of traditional high school feel by participating in those events. And our student council is probably the heart of our school, so they are really an independent group of students that lead a lot of our events and a lot of our celebrations. And so that our student council is very unique because they do have a class period that's dedicated towards student leadership.
Man, and you think about this, right? That if I'm a kid, that I have an interest, what an incredible opportunity to lean into growing my leadership, because it's on me, right? If I'm a kid, I love anime. I'm like, hey, I want to start this anime club. No adult's going to do it for me. You take about all that college learning that they're doing, all that experience, and then couple that with the service learning opportunities out in the community with community service, and then this leadership opportunity as they lean into their passions, right? Which we know that's core to entrepreneurship, that's core to innovation, is that I've identified my passion and I've aligned that with growing my leadership to see that vision through. I mean, how awesome for our Sconzo kids to be able to experience all these things in 4 years before they even go to a 4-year university. I mean, so we've talked a lot today, but if I'm interested in finding out more about Sconzo Early College High School, like I'm a student, I'm a parent, I love the idea of getting an associate's, being able to get all these things out of the way. What do I need to do? Who do I need to talk to? Let's start with, if I'm a middle school student, an 8th grader, thinking about my next 4 years in high school, who should I talk to?
So the first step would be to talk to your counselor at your middle school. They'll have a lot of information they can share with you. They'll have information about our informational night that's coming up. Also, if your parents are wanting to reach out, then we definitely have a college career facilitator on our campus. She's a liaison with Lone Star. Her name is Melissa Burke. And so you can reach out to Miss Melissa Burke, and she can provide you with some information if you are a parent and you want to find a little bit more information about our campus and our opportunity to attend for the next school year.
And what about if I'm already in high school? Is it too little, too late at this point? Is it one of those things I need to make this decision early on, or can I transfer in later on?
So we did something unique this year. We were able to take our applicants from last school year, so they would be current 10th graders this year, and so we had about 25 other students on the waiting list. And so just through time and the challenge of being a part of early college high school, we were able to open up some opportunities for students that were on that waiting list. They did have to fulfill some requirements with TSI and just their current grades. And so we were able to take some incoming 10th graders this year. And that's the first time we've ever done that. And so we're looking at what would that opportunity look like again next school year. So if you're currently a 9th grade student, there is an opportunity that you may be able to come in during your 10th grade year. And so that opportunity does exist for just a select number of students.
And absolutely. You think about what we're asking of our Sconzo students being early college. I think that's the value of getting the word out, right? So as an 8th grader, that's going to be your best chance. So make sure that you're informed.
Absolutely.
But I love that we're exploring, hey, what does this look like for a current 9th grader? Because I think sometimes for some kids, they get into a traditional high school setting and they're like, man, I would really much rather focus in on this academic area, but I didn't realize that until I got into high school. And so for us to be able to explore in the district, hey, can we provide more opportunity, even if it's for a smaller group? I think that's so awesome to think, hey, even as a freshman, you can still try again, or think through, hey, how has your experience been at your high school?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, Ms. Scott, look, I appreciate you taking the time this morning to kind of visit with us. For those that are interested, absolutely make sure that you reach out to Guy M. Sconzo Early College High School to get information. There's informational nights coming up every single fall that you can find out about how to get in. That's all the time that we have today with the Advanced Learning Podcast. Don't forget to subscribe so you can be notified when we drop a new episode talking about anything and everything related to advanced learning. This is Dr. Tong Udikrit, and this has been the Advanced Learning Podcast, keeping you ahead of the learning curve in Humble ISD.